thought you meant the prediction. To say
We
to
won
lose that.
21-14. That's all I remember. All I could tell you score-wise. Other than that, I know outcomes.
Right, yeah. Well, I sort of I went to this tells you how good AI is. So a couple of games that I missed, I asked it to sort of give me a brief summary. This is what it said of the Packers and the Browns, which I didn't see. Jordan Love struggled under pressure, taking 5 sacks and throwing a costly interception. The Browns' pass rush was relentless, and their offense did just enough, led by a steady performance from Deshaun Watson. Yeah, okay.
But to be fair, he probably was steady.
Well, yeah, he didn't get as many interceptions.
He did neither more nor less than expected.
Exactly, yeah. So thanks, ChatGPT.
Why didn't you just go to one of the many websites or listen to a proper podcast and see what they had to say about it?
Yeah, I like this because I can get it all in advance and I've got it all on one screen. But then I've realised that the info it's given me is pretty much, either in or there.
One week, the pleb should be Chat GPT.
Good idea, yes.
Yeah, and we'll see how fucking smart it is then.
Review of last week's games.
Week 3 started with a far closer than we thought. Miami Dolphins 21, Buffalo Bills 31. We all thought this was going to be a massive blowout, and it was quite competitive for a while. Yeah. Got the feeling Buffalo were playing within themselves.
I think there was obviously an improvement for Miami, but that I suppose doesn't go to say much, does it? There had to be. There was no real way that they could get much worse. But I think he was probably too spurred on by me putting him at about number 26 in my power rankings, and probably wanted to show me what was what. But it was definitely more.
Well, he was still rubbish on several occasions in the game.
Well, yeah,
including pretty much killing any chance the Dolphins had.
That pick at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but in the previous games, he just looked to be getting enough, and it's probably a bit bad to just blame him. I think I don't think anyone's really performed on any level.
Their defense is shit.
Well, that's yeah, but
that's maybe giving a compliment to them.
I think you've always felt though, certainly perhaps last season, certainly the season before, that they had the guns to get themselves out of that though. Whereas they pretty much still got the same weapons, but just, I don't know, they're not firing, are they? But,
if deep ball doesn't work, they seem to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Luckily I'll say luckily, irrelevantly against Buffalo, it worked a few times.
Yeah.
But Buffalo, even without seemingly getting out of first gear, still racked up 30-plus points. And I get the feeling every team will do that against the Dolphins this year, which means the Dolphins are in a position where they're going to have to score well over 30 points if they're going to win a game.
Yeah.
Or to have a chance of winning a game.
It did have the feel very much so that every drive for Buffalo, you felt there was something in it. I can't remember. Did they even punt?
I'm not sure.
So, yeah, but I think it's going to be a long, hard season for Miami. There's probably a little bit more room for optimism than perhaps there was last week. But, yeah, Buffalo.
The thing of week 4, we'll come to week 4 game, but there's a game that they must look at going, if we don't win this one, we might not win. They're reaching, even in week 4, they might be thinking that. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. But Buffalo, 3-0, looking good. I'll tell you who also looked good. In fact, I'm not sure if they did or not, but Atlanta Falcons 0, Carolina Panthers 30. How did this happen?
Who did we predict in this?
None of us got a point for this one.
Right, that says it all.
But 30-0, right? 30-0.
Which bit of that is the surprising bit, the 30 or the 0?
Right. Well, all of it, because it's the Panthers. But even more when I say that the Falcons have more passing yards, more rushing yards, more first downs, fewer penalties against them. 30-0.
Yeah. I didn't realise that.
I haven't even looked into how this happened, but
I know Penix had 2 picks, didn't he?
yeah. I mean, one of them's chasing the game, the other one's
Yeah,
just dumb. But
yeah.
30-0 to the against the Panthers.
That I bet
I've tipped the Falcons to win their division.
that's got to be some sort of record, though, isn't it? A shutout, but you win, you lead the yards.
You won on most metrics, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
didn't realise that.
When's the last time the Panthers had a shutout?
Ever?
I mean, you're probably going back to like probably 20 years when they were good.
Have they been good at one point, have they?
They were in the Super Bowl. They've been in the Super Bowl more recently than Dallas, and they were formed after Dallas were last in the Super Bowl.
The last shutout for the Panthers was November 2020, a 20-0 win over the Detroit Lions.
My God, things have changed since then.
And actually, the one before that was 38-0 against Atlanta back in 2015. So they got formed for it.
Cincinnati Bengals 10, Minnesota Vikings 48. Now, even with Joe Burrow out, I was the only person who backed the Vikings here.
Yeah, why was that? Did you see this coming?
Well, I thought Joe Burrow's out.
Yeah.
And I thought that might be a good enough reason not to back the Bengals.
Yeah, I guess so. With hindsight now, it's fucking crystal clear.
Carson Wentz played, which I think may have put, it definitely would have put Dazzla, who would have seen him play in Washington.
Mm.
You probably haven't been treated to as much Carson Wentz as the rest of us.
No.
But he was once a really good quarterback and then got injured and was never any good again. And then last weekend, he was suddenly good for one match.
I mean, stats.
Albeit against the notoriously generous Bengals defense.
Yeah, I know. And I think also coupled with that, the Vikings defense were more like they were last year than they have been so far this season.
Yeah. And can we have a word for... we don't have a Player of the Week award, do we?
No, perhaps we should.
But I think we should if someone ever deserves it.
Okay. Criteria?
Right, so you're doing something really, really good.
Like Barkley when he did that jump over the line. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, go on then. Who you earmarking?
It's a corner for the Vikings. Isaiah Rodgers, pick 6, and a fumble return for a touchdown. Two touchdowns.
Yeah.
In the first half, he outscored the Bengals on his own in that game, and he's a cornerback.
He's a corner, yeah. I saw that on Red Zone, yeah. Fair play, I think he can have
But also, the pick 6 was 87 yards, and the fumble recovery was 66 yards. So if you had Vikings as your defense stroke specials teams from last week, you would have got a shitload of points.
Yes, fucking hell. 65.20 points.
Oh, just for the defense?
Just for Minnesota, yeah.
So they were probably plus 40 for the week?
That's insane. But yeah, like I said, the Vikings, they had a good defense last year, which probably helped, the Darnold effect. But
I mean, we slagged Darnold off, but he was all right for most of the season until he got to the business end and he suddenly shit his pants.
Yes. And we'll come on to...
We'll come on to Sam Darnold's pants later.
There's the title. I was going to say we're going to come on to
on to Sam Darnold's pants.
I was going to say we'll come on to quarterback starting the season well when we expected them to be shit. When we get to another team, but yeah,
the Giants. Oh no, sorry.
No, there's a connection there. Though. Cincinnati then. So obviously Burrow's out for 2 to 3 months.
I think they're looking at the earliest is going to be week 15.
Right. Okay. I mean,
if you look at it realistically,
that season's over by then. Surely. Is there any way? So? Is there any way that they can be competitive enough to get a playoff place or in the mix? I can't see it after that.
I don't think so. I think if you're a team who have got a strong defense, like, for example, the Vikings, you can handle your quarterback being missing for a bit, and you'll be able to grind out results. And you might be able to get yourself to 7-7 with 3 weeks left, and then we end up with a 10-7 record. But the Bengals don't have the defense to grind results out. I reckon in what is already the biggest shock we'll see this season, Green Bay Packers 10, Cleveland Browns 13. This was a defensive battle that I like watching. It was ugly stuff, ugly stuff. It was really good. Packers, I think, will feel they've left points on the field here. But the Browns, fair play to them. They took advantage of a block field goal and a turnover, and they made the most out of it. But yeah, Green Bay will be looking at this going, we fucked that one up.
There's quite a few blocked field goals and missed field goals and punts and whatnot this week, wasn't there?
Kicking's been weird all season.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one had a blocked field goal, wasn't it?
Well, it's 10-0.
Yeah.
The Packers
Needed
got
it to win.
into... Yeah, they got into field goal range, and that one was blocked. And the other one where they returned it essentially far enough to get the Browns immediately into field goal range as well. So, yeah, there wasn't much time left. So essentially, the Packers had a go, it was blocked. Then the Browns had a go and got the walk-off field goal. So it wasn't like they then had to drive down the field. I think their two biggest plays for yardage of the game were the interception, which led directly to their touchdown because they ended up on the 3 yard, and the blocked field goal, which the guy then returned like 40 yards. And I think they were their two biggest plays of the day.
Chat GPT on the nose as normal. It was a statement win for Cleveland's pass rush and special teams. Deshaun Watson managed the game efficiently. Thanks.
I mean, I disagree with the Deshaun Watson bit, but you can't argue with their defense and special teams on it.
Yeah. What must if the Browns had a half decent offense, they'd be unstoppable, wouldn't they? At the moment, because that defense has got to be, if not one of the best, if not the best.
Well, the Ravens got stuck into them the previous week, and the Ravens' offense hasn't really been firing in the other two games. So it could just be one of those days where everyone just shows up and things go their way. But yeah, weirdly, the only person who got that right was Lefty.
That's a guess. That's a coin toss.
Two teams who started the season dreadfully played off in a dreadful game. Houston 10, Jacksonville 17. This was awful. This like the low scoring game, Packers Browns, because the defenses were brilliant. This was low scoring because both the teams are shit. Yeah. That's the issue here. Houston's offense just has not showed up this season.
Nope. It comes to something when Trevor Lawrence is managing to get the one up on you because he's shite as well. But yeah, I know we always think like, oh, the Texans are going to win their division. Are they?
I still think they will. 0-3.
You've got to be embarrassed if you do, surely.
I think on the first episode of this, when we did our predictions, I think I said Houston will win their division again, and they might not even need a winning record to do it.
Yeah, I think we all would be in agreement with that. And I don't care what you say, that must have an effect somewhere in the mentality of the players, you know, when they can win at a canter or, well, win the division at a canter, yet they don't seem to play very well in games. You must lose
last year, they got all the way to the playoffs, not playing particularly well and being unimpressive because they'd sewn the division up really early.
Yeah.
Then won the playoff game. As soon as everyone goes, oh yeah, they'll be done in one and done in the playoffs. No, they suddenly turn it on. It's almost like they've been holding themselves back for like 6 weeks or something.
I suppose that's an argument, but yeah, it was very underwhelming, shall we say?
Yeah, there's very little to talk about in that game. So it was on Red Zone. There's always one game that you don't realise is on because they never go to it, and it was that one this week. It was It was so bad. Scott Hanson's not even pretending to be excited by it. Indianapolis Colts 41, Tennessee Titans 20. Daniel Jones cannot be stopped by the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, all right, yes, it was the Titans, but let's not take away anything from the star MVP QB that is Daniel Jones. That, you know, I earmarked for this greatness a long time ago, at least a year ago. I hadn't realised it was the first time that the Colts, I think midway through the second quarter, I think it was the first time this year they punted.
Yeah.
That's insane. I had to look before. So Daniel Jones has not thrown a pick.
Nope.
He's third in the passing yards.
Yep.
I think he's third in passer rating. He'll be second now, said that. No, he's third behind Lamar and Jared Goff, actually. Just on virtually all metrics, he's just insane. What on earth is happening?
I don't know is the honest answer. I think having played the Dolphins and the Titans in the first 3 games has helped him pad his stats somewhat.
Yeah.
I personally don't think this form will continue.
You said that about Sam Darnold last year.
And I was right. He ended up the season absolutely crap.
Do you know what? I think Daniel Jones would take 14-3 and be shit at the end of it, as long as he gets. I think he'd take that all day long.
I think he's got a proper test next week against the Rams defense.
The Rams. Right, okay.
And they've been making far better quarterbacks than Daniel Jones look bad this season. So let's see. If he comes out of that one unscathed, then maybe I'll have to change my opinion on him. The Las Vegas Raiders, they got 24, and the Washington Commies got 41. Who's going to talk about the Commies this week? Because normally someone's here to bang on about them for fucking ages.
We can just move on, can't we?
Jeremy, I think his name's Jeremy McNichols or something like that. I don't mind him. I saw him play last year a bit, and he's a decent backup running back, I think. And
is this what they call Bill or Bob or John?
No. Bill is their rookie, I think, but this guy was there last year, and they need someone to step up at running back. And who knows? It could be him, but he took one to the house from about maybe like 50, 60 yards. It was quite an unspectacular game for a 24-41 result. The Raiders look a bit lost.
I didn't realise it finished that. He scored that many. Christ, okay. Did they score a lot in the fourth quarter?
I think they did. I think that there were at least 2 touchdowns. I think they both got a touchdown each in like garbage time. So gave it a little bit of a bump, but it never really looked close.
I kept seeing every time it cut to them, every time I looked at it, it was cutting to him. Mariota looked like a 5-star quarterback who was just running everywhere.
Yeah, he fumbled one though, didn't he?
Did he? Right, okay.
I think so. Anyway, there were a lot of fumbles at the weekend, but there were blocked kicks, picks, and fumbles. There was just so many of them going on. I may have lost track of a few.
And injuries as well. It seemed to be a big week for injuries.
Yeah, we will get on to the 49ers, who get most of them.
Yeah, as usual. Yeah. We had one against us, though, against them this time. But yeah, Mariota, has he ever sort of done anything special? I know Dad said last week that he's a decent.
Yeah, he's one of the best backups, definitely. If you had, our list we made of 32 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If we'd have made it the best 32 quarterbacks, including backups, Mariota would probably be in there rather than a couple of the actual starters, Russell Wilson. Okay, LA Rams 26, Philadelphia Eagles 33. Before we talk about this one, we have actually got a special report from this game.
Oh.
Reviewing the game that was shown on Channel 5. James from Nottingham.
Hello, This is James from Nottingham with a review of the Eagles v Rams. Great win for the Eagles. I thought it was a cracking game. First game I've watched for a long, long time on Channel 5. Did enjoy watching Jalen Hurts get snapped in two, but he got up. Brave lad. Played well for the rest of the game, I thought. Highlights for me, player-wise, well, man of the match for me, in fact, was a guy called Nakua. Very good hands for a curly-haired little fella. Two blocked kicks seemed to change the game on its head. Highlight being the second block and watching a 30-stone fella run the length of the pitch for a touchdown with his little legs pumping like pistons. On to Channel 5's coverage. For those of you over the age of 45, I would describe it as a cross between Crackerjack and Soccer AM. They began with a snail race on a sort of foosball table, with every snail assigned a team. What was really annoying was every time they go back to the studio, was greeted with half-hearted applause. And then they go back to the play with, again, half-hearted applause. The end of the first quarter, when you're looking for a bit of information and knowledge and insight into the tactics, didn't bother about that. We went on to a Super Bowl headliners quiz where an incorrect answer was called an interception, just so that you were aware that you were watching a sports program and not 15-1. Annoying things about Queck. She answered questions with answers such as, "We'll see how it goes," and "It's been interesting." Lovely, lovely insight there. The third quarter, I got annoyed with Queck and switched over to BBC One to watch Antiques Roadshow, where Captain's Log was estimated for £2,000, and one of the lines in the log, a highlight again, was in March 10th, 1793, Samuel Davis was committed to the deep. So, long live his memory. Came back and Sam Queck was missing for the fourth quarter. She'd gone for a shit and she came back, sadly. She did say this place isn't a nice place to come. I didn't know whether she was talking about the area or the pitch. But to be fair, it looked like a palace. It wasn't like Bramall Lane on a wet November. It was a brilliant, brilliant game, and I will be continuing to watch the NFL and bringing you reports via Channel 5, sadly. So, all the best.
It's our new feature.
That is
our new feature.
Absolutely unbelievable. That is, but I don't think we need to cover it now, do we? This game.
No, I think there's nothing left more to say about that game.
Just drop the audio in, move on. Got nothing else to talk about.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's about right. What did anything else actually happen in that game of note?
I still love that the return from the defensive. What was he? 40-stone legs going like pistons.
Yeah, the only problem with that play is it was essentially meaningless.
Yes, it was.
The block is obviously important, but the return isn't that important.
But if you're that guy, if you're that guy,
one of the big lads running,
fucking ace.
Always good to see. The Rams will think they blew this a bit, I think.
Yeah.
I thought as well, there were a couple. I'm not saying the Eagles are the new Chiefs. When it got to, I think they were 2 scores behind, they got 2 dodgy calls in a row that went in favour of the Eagles, which kept a drive alive, and then they got it back within 1 score, and then obviously they eventually won it. But yeah, it was a good game, but I think the Rams will be kicking themselves for not finishing off the Eagles. But the Eagles are kind of scraping by this season. And one thing that happened in this game is because they fell behind for the first time, as in like 15 points behind or whatever, they had to come out throwing it for the first time this season. And I forgot that they're really good at that when they want to do it.
Yeah, the comments I saw was that I think in week one, who was it? AJ Brown, is it? And
Yeah, two targets or something all game. Or
who's
three was it three targets in his first two games?
yeah, something daft like that. Because I'm thinking where there was who's the other one? Devontae Smith, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the point of being a wide receiver in Philadelphia? But suddenly you realise, oh, they can do it when they need to. There's a bit of a re-emergence, but
Yeah.
it was a good.
Because the thing is, what they do though, and because it worked so well last year, is if they get down to 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, they've got the tush push, which will get them a first down. So they can keep doing run for 4 yards, run for 4 yards, tush push, and then another first down and repeat. And this was because they went, 15 points down, that they suddenly had to go, oh, we need to actually start passing the ball again. And they really can do it. They're really good if they do that. New York Jets 27, Tampa Bay Bucks 29. The Jets almost did an amazing comeback, but in true Jets fashion, they managed to still lose.
Yeah. This had a blocked kick in it as well, I think.
Yeah, with a non-fat lad running it back for touchdown, no one cares. No one's interested in seeing a non-fat lad who can run all the time being able to run. But yeah, they came back from, I think there were 3 scores down, and they got to lead 20. That blocked kick got them 27-26 in front, but with just enough time for the Bucks to get into field goal range again. I don't know, it would have been funnier if it had been a walk-off, I think. But the Jets didn't deserve to win this game.
I get the impression, I didn't see a lot of it, but I got the impression that neither of them really deserve. Mayfield,
I think the Bucks did. I think they just about did. Mike Evans got a touchdown, his first of the season, I think, which is always nice to see. Ed Buka looks really good still.
I think we've still got Chris Godwin to come back. I think Evans, Godwin, and Ibuka seem really well suited there.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of having 3 receivers in a team, no, I don't think anyone's got a better 3 receiver combo than the Bucks.
Having said that, Mike Evans to miss 3 to 4 weeks with moderate hamstring strain.
That's a shame.
But I think Godwin's due back now anyway, isn't he?
They need him. I think they can afford to be 1 down, but I don't think they can afford to be 2
targeting
down.
week 4 debut. So yeah, I think that's always been apparent from the Bucks. They've always and Bucky Irving and who's their backup? Rashad White. It's a really good unit, that is. No particular stars as of yet, but they all just.
I'm not convinced by their defense. I think it was the same when we were talking about who's going to win that division, and I went for the Falcons because I thought their defense would be better than the Bucks.
Maybe not. Yeah.
It could be the case that whoever's the least bad out of those 2, again, a team could win that division with a losing record, I think. The Jets, they should have beat us week 1. They got battered by Buffalo week 2. They were crap for most of this game, got a chance at winning it and then blew it. And 0-3 after 3 games. Like the Dolphins, I think their season could rest on next week, where they play Jets Dolphins next week in the shit bowl.
The shit off.
It's already been called Monday Night Football as well. Who the fuck chose that? Okay, let's get on to the big stuff. Pittsburgh Steelers 21, New England Patriots 14. This would have been a huge deal 15 years ago. Unfortunately, it took place in 2025.
It's at least how old Aaron Rodgers is.
Yeah, 15 years ago, he was the best quarterback in the league, and he's not anymore. But still got 2 touchdowns, and again, has looked better than any of our recent quarterbacks, just his passing ability. But like the Jets game, we got out of jail here. The Patriots turned it over 5 times So at least it showed signs that our defense was waking up a bit. But the fact that two of them happened on the goal line,
Yeah, it's always going to help.
we should stop teams getting that far down the field, I think. So yeah, we did some big plays when it mattered on D. And the way results have gone, hey, look who's top of the AFC North.
Standard.
I'm sure it'll remain that way. But yeah, we've won 2 games. We could easily be 0-3 this season. Look, based on performances, we should be 0-3 this year. It's been very bad.
That's how your team's been for since we've been doing this. It's always been.
But last year we weren't getting overrun on defense. Our defense was winning us games.
You just didn't have enough offense to blow or to push on. As this year,
this year we're having to score lots of points because our defense isn't shutting the other team down.
Yeah,
it's concerning because there's going to be a lot of games this year where it doesn't work for us on offense. I suppose it's better to watch, and it's just as well because I'm going to see the Steelers in Dublin on Sunday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Diageo PLC is a British multinational alcoholic beverage company headquartered in London, England.
Yeah, bastards.
Blah, 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 blah. They're one of the sponsors at Croke Park. Blah, blah, blah. Free ticket. Blah, blah, blah.
Robbing bastards.
I'm assuming there'll be food. I mean, in a corporate, come on, I want food. I'm going to try and bring it down from within with sandwiches.
Well,
The weird thing about this is I was going to this game before I realised that Steelers were playing in it.
Who are you playing?
The Vikings.
Won't be too bad then.
Because when they announced the game was there, I went, oh, I'm sure my mate gets freebies to there. So I asked him, I went, you still got no interest in the NFL, have you? And he went, no. I went, great. Can I have your comp tickets for Croke Park? And he went, yeah. Good on you.
Happy days.
So Daz accused me of going for freebies. Flight over, hotel. It's not a cheap place to stay. That's all coming out of my pocket. So it's literally just the ticket to the game and the food and drink while I'm there.
Yeah. You'll make it back in sandwiches, I imagine.
I will make sure I make it all back in sandwiches. I mean, it's like when I went to Norwich, because same guy for that, and get stuck into Delia's delicious pie.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's there eating the food while Delia's sat there with her fanny out.
That is certainly an enduring image.
I'll tell you what was a good game. Denver Broncos 20, LA Chargers 23. Yeah. I like both these teams because I really like strong defenses, and these two have got really strong defenses.
Broncos definitely showing that they have a top tier defense, and they were unlucky not to win. I thought Bo Nix sort of seemed to be showing a bit more of that form that got him the plaudits.
Yeah, he's recovered from week 1, hasn't he? He's definitely recovered.
Much. Yeah. I always like his sort of link up with not Moons, the other one, Cortland Sutton. I think they have a good sort of understanding. But Chargers also, like you say, pretty boy Johnny Herbert motoring along, wasn't he?
Yeah, and also he's doing the big plays at the right time as well. That pass he did, it looks like he can't make that pass because of the position he's in, and he still manages to fire it in.
Is it like the Cam Ward one?
It kind of is, yeah, but his body's in the wrong position to do it. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah,
he's good, but between us, all three of us, we've got these two teams both finishing above the Chiefs this year, and it is early. It's only 3 games in, but I think both teams have looked better than the Chiefs so far.
Based off what we've seen,
yeah. The Chargers started 3-0, I think, for the first time since, when does it say? First time since 2002.
Okay.
So they haven't started 3-0, 23 years.
What did they do in that season? Do you know?
I'm trying to think what year. No, it wouldn't have been that year. It would have been 90s when they got to. So they didn't get to the Super Bowl. Oh dear.
My prediction's still on.
New Orleans Saints 13, Seattle Seahawks 44. Seattle felt sorry for them and didn't try in the second half. This was 35-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sort of scoreline you get in the Super Bowl these days. You don't expect it in a regular season match.
Yeah, just it's daft it sounds. I watched quite a lot of this, and the Seahawks didn't. I was going to say didn't play that well. They didn't need to play that well.
No,
It seemed very sort of first gear, but first gear was enough. Do you know what I mean? And I know that sounds daft.
And then
when you look
second
at the
half was
score.
essentially no gear.
Yeah, well, they didn't need to, did they?
They just
Yeah.
went, "Oh, I'll just get it out of the way."
Even in neutral, they still managed to, score some. But Saints in trouble, man.
They're so bad. Okay, it's gone to the Seattle Seahawks divisional rivals. Arizona Cardinals 15. San Francisco 49ers 16. I wonder if that bit will stay in. Depends how lazy I'm feeling tomorrow. This was poor overall.
Yeah, no arguments there. I'd like to try and argue it was more of a defensive battle, but it really wasn't.
It kind of was, but not in. I don't think they had much to stop.
No, not in the same way that the Packers and the Browns were. There was a lot of 8 yards forward, then 6 back, and that's the sort of game it seemed to be. Lots of, I know. So the 49ers obviously had their injury issues. Bosa was obviously a big miss. We've obviously lost Concrete Connor, proving he's not so concrete. He's out for the season now, which is
that looked a bad one.
Yeah, it did.
I was watching that at the time, and I went,
ow.
"That's not good."
Yeah.
In fact, the first time I saw it, I thought it was a break, but it was only the second shot. He shows his foot gets kind of stuck underneath.
Not ideal, but they'd already announced he was out for the season before the game had ended. So that's generally a sign, isn't it?
It's when all the players run away and can't bear to look.
And they don't immediately show the replay. That's always...
They showed it once, and then they went, "Oh, shit." And then when we're not showing that again.
So, it was... That sort of ruined the flow. Having said that, I said at the beginning, that Trey Benson, I think all's not lost with him as our sort of, it'd be our RB1 now. I think he's got the potential. He's quite explosive at times. Whether or not we'll see an uptick in passing yards because they don't trust him, I don't know. But we also had a few injuries from our defensive line. Still had a few corners out, so not at full strength, but it seems harsh to use that as an excuse when you're playing the 49ers.
So, but don't feel too sad about losing that game, Edgy, because Dallas Cowboys 14, Chicago Bears 31. Imagine getting hammered by the Bears.
Brilliant, isn't it? I did hear that Dak was so upset at the end of the match, he took his helmet off and threw it, and it was intercepted.
Hey! Let's not forget, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL this season.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
When you got the Bears who only won winless this year, only won 5 games last year. When you've got them doing trick plays against you in the first quarter,
it's not even in garbage. Yeah,
that's toying with you. I can't remember what Dak's final stats were, but he was rotten in this game.
31 completions, 40 attempts, 251 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
But the interceptions were so fucking dumb.
Yeah. CD Lamb also gone out and probably won't play next. Oh, and they play the Packers as well.
They were but weirdly, I don't think they want to play that game.
No, it's got its own story, that, hasn't it?
The Giants got 9 points against the Chiefs. Would that be enough to beat the Chiefs? No. The Chiefs
No.
got 22. But again, didn't look very good.
Well, they, they didn't look very good compared to Chiefs of old. If they had a fit, fast receiver, I think there could be signs of life there. But the guy who scored the touchdown or a touchdown, I've never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he's I've just
Where's he
got him in.
come from?
He was well down the depth chart, I think.
Tiquan Thornton.
Hmm.
Who the fuck's that?
No idea. He didn't even know before Sunday night's game.
5 receptions off 9 targets, 71 yards for a touchdown. It's like,
Yeah.
But
And also, he dropped one as well, right on the goal line, which was another 50-yarder.
Quite a few big drops in that game, actually.
It wasn't an easy catch. It was a very difficult catch, but it would have been another huge play if he'd have nailed it.
There's a couple of drops from Kelsey as well. He looked off the. Normally, that sort of relationship between Mahomes and Kelsey is almost telepathic.
It wasn't working last year either. I think Kelsey's. It's still a good wide receiver, tight end, but you wouldn't have him nowhere near the Brock Bowers or McBride or Kittle if he's ever fit again. He's nowhere near that. When asked about the quarterback situation, no guarantee was made that Russell Wilson would start.
Well, I'm sure I've read tonight that Dart is confirmed as the starter.
Is that breaking news?
4 hours ago, Jackson Dart is expected to be New York's quarterback for week 4. So
the thing is, I think they've got the Chargers next week. I want to ease my new quarterback in.
Yes,
Not saying
after that.
Yeah, I'd wait a week.
You would wait
what
a week, wouldn't you?
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe give Jameis a start for this week.
Yeah.
Because Jameis has every chance will come in, throw 5 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Yeah. 84,
and everyone will go,
20.
can't this guy play every week? It's sensational entertainment.
And then he'll play again and be shite.
Yeah. Okay, and Monday Night Football, Detroit Lions 38, Baltimore Ravens 30. Not quite as close as that says, because Baltimore got a touchdown in garbage time. So a really good performance by Detroit. And have they lost as much as everyone thought they would with Ben Johnson going to the Bears? Because they were still very aggressive on 4th down. They're still got a few tricks and stuff in their pocket. I really like Dan Campbell as a coach. I think he's good fun. And they were really good. This was tight until like the 3rd quarter, and then Detroit just put their foot down, and you had Gibbs and Montgomery just pounding into the Ravens D line. They're an impressive team.
It was the first time that Gibbs and Montgomery got back to being Gibbs and Montgomery, if you know what I mean. And I think after the first week where they played the Packers and we were like, oh, is this the end of them? Have they missed the opportunity? I think the performances in the last 2 weeks have basically said, no, mate, they're a good team. And that win, obviously, against the Ravens, who are one of the favourites in the.
Well, I've got them winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, and me, I think. So yeah, good result all round, I think.
The thing about the Lions having Gibbs and Montgomery back and just pounding like they were last year is they did this against the Ravens. It's almost like they were proving a point that we're going to do this against one of the better teams as well. So this wasn't them destroying the Bears or the Cowboys or the Saints or one of those teams. This was them going right up to one of their rivals in their own stadium and going, right, we're just going to fucking batter you.
Yeah. Is that
And
right?
they
We
did.
got 151 yards.
Yeah, although a lot of those were one break. I think he got maybe like a 70-yarder. They just broke through on one occasion. Most of it, they just do the hard yards, don't they?
Yeah.
Between them.
Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette.
Okay, rookie time.
Right. Hang on.
As is tradition, we're going to start with Jordan James. Now, Cardinals against 49ers was where he was kitted up. I assume he was kitted up. No touches, no snaps. Didn't even get to come on. So this season, he is yet to get on the field.
Keep going, though, champ.
Yep.
Mine, Kyle, not Lyle Williamson. Kyle Williams. He did get on the pitch. He had 10 snaps. He was targeted once. He caught it, and it went for a huge 8 yards. No touchdown.
We'll go for Daz's
What was his
offensive
name?
player. His name is Elijah
How are you?
Arroyo. Arroyo.
How are you?
And he did nothing. No targets, no receptions, no yards.
I've got him as being targeted once with no receptions.
Oh, okay. It's not shown on here. Either way, definitely didn't get a reception or a
No.
yard.
No.
Okay,
it's
so on
again
the
all
offense-
over to the defense, isn't it?
On the offensive side of things, your guys won. But
Has he?
I think so.
Oh, sorry, the offense. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see if our defensive players have done any better.
Oh, Christ, mine plays for the Falcons, so I doubt it. Oh, fuck. Right, hang on. The Panthers. 3 tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist, no sacks. I ain't winning that one.
Jihad Campbell for the Eagles against the Rams. 5 solo tackles, 3 assists, combined 8 tackles. Dazzlers is Carson Schweisinger,
Tiger.
and he got 10 combined tackles.
Ooh.
7 solo, 3 assisted, and a sack.
Right, okay, well, that ends it then. He wins.
Yeah. So
Well,
Schweisinger again for Daz. Didn't he win week 1?
Yes, I think he did.
I definitely haven't won one. I think it's 2-1.
I think it is.
2-1-0. I think.
Next week's predictions.
Right. Prediction time.
Oh, can we just
I've-
skirt this?
I've
I
got-
don't want to talk about this.
I've got Daz's predictions here. I've also got the plebs predictions in. So
Quick roundup of the results from this week.
we don't have to.
Oh,
but
good.
You were joint top going into this week.
I'm not now, am I?
You're currently last on your own.
Yeah,
I
had a nightmare.
got 12 out of 16. You got 8 out of 16. So I've gone from 3 behind to 1 ahead of you.
Right.
But
What did Daz
Daz got 10 out of 16.
go? 8, 10, and 12.
Lefty got 11 out of 16.
Hold on, Lefty. Hold on,
So
the
we've got
Daz.
joint leaders at the moment, Daz and the plebs on 35. I'm on 34, you're on 33.
A lot of work to do then.
A little bit.
Right,
But it's a
Okay.
marathon, not a Snickers. So
let me get my. So I'll give my own
I
predictions.
forgot about I forgot ChatGPT was
because it's excelled so much in the reviews of the games. We're going to see what's prediction.
okay. Well, we're starting Thursday night football, and we're in your Arizona Cardinals Stadium when they are playing Seattle Seahawks. Big divisional game. Daz has gone for the Seahawks. The plebs have gone for the Cardinals. I don't know enough about the Seahawks. They've kicking away a blind man's stick last week. But I don't know. I think they got obviously JSN and or was it JSSSSSN? It's one of the two. I think they've got a little bit more on offense at the moment than the Cardinals. So I'm going to go for the Seahawks.
I think the injury to Connor will be a big impact. I hope Trey Benton can fill in.
Dave
got-
Benson Phillips.
Exactly, yeah. I think I've got to go.
Do you remember on Twitter when some people they should put their cops back? on
No.
Twitter.
Put your cocks back.
But yeah, Dave Benson Phillips, the children's TV presenter,
Yeah,
was reminding people on Twitter to put their cocks back.
for God's sake. Have
Have
a
you
good
just
night,
searched for it?
whatever you're doing. Don't forget to put your cocks back.
Yeah, but it's funnier that it's Dave Benson Phillips.
I know, yeah. What's he doing with himself now?
He's Cardinals running back.
Well, I hope he has a good one. I'm going with the Cardinals. And Chat GPT has gone 27-23 to the Seahawks.
Oh, live from the buffet, Sunday early afternoon. Minnesota Vikings at Pittsburgh Steelers at Croke Park in Dublin.
What time is this in England time?
I think it's around 1:30 or something. Kickoff.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it might be 2:30.
Decent time then, okay.
Because I was just thinking that I might get back in the hotel just in time for Red Zone.
Right.
It depends how much food is left. Daz has gone Vikings. Plebs have got. There's no meandering reasons from Daz why he's gone for these this week, so this is going to be a lot shorter than normal. The Plebs have gone for the Steelers.
Oh,
I have gone for the Steelers.
well, I'll level it up and go with the Vikings.
As I'm on a roll after predicting the Steelers last week.
Yeah,
Don't mention all the times I predicted them and they haven't.
yeah. You got to put eventually. ChatGPT has predicted 24-21 to the Vikings.
Oh, fuck off, ChatGPT. Probably still thinks Ben Roethlisberger's our quarterback.
No, it does say defense is rolling and they're favored to contain Aaron Rodgers in this international clash.
So how can we know it's Aaron Rodgers is playing? But
Don't
he doesn't
know.
realise Deshaun Watson is in prison or whatever's happened.
Yeah, I've no idea.
Into the 6 o'clock games. Panthers off their 30-0 victory at the Patriots after their humiliating defeat. Daz has gone for the Patriots. The Plebs have gone for the Patriots. I have gone for the Patriots. I don't have faith in the Panthers.
No, I don't.
Not winning 2 in a row.
It's in New England as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've got to go with the Patriots. I had this one earmarked as perhaps one where I could gain a point back if somebody got it wrong. But
if it was colder, if it was in like November, December,
possibly.
Playing in New England is a lot more of a daunting place to go because it's fucking freezing. But in September, it's all right. It's not going to be too difficult to go there. It wouldn't surprise me if the Panthers, because the Patriots just giving the ball up for a laugh last week. But realistically, I can't go for.
Like you said, I can't see them coming 2-0, 2 on the run. So Patriots for me. ChatGPT has gone for 2017 to the Panthers.
Okay.
Carolina's defense is trending up, and New England's offense remains.
Hang on a second. Its defense last week gave up loads of yards and first downs.
I think it just fucking makes words up, to be perfectly honest.
I think it might do.
But having said that, we'll have this conversation when they're 16 for 16.
Yeah, if they get all of them right, then we'll look foolish. Cleveland Browns at Detroit Lions. Well, can the Browns do it 2 weeks in a row? Daz thinks not. The Plebs think not. I think not.
I think not also. Lions just too good, aren't they? As good as the Browns' defense is.
I think they've got the Lions, even though they lost to the Pats first game of the season, the Lions have got more on offense, I think, than the Packers. So it's going to be more difficult for Cleveland to contain Detroit than Green Bay. So
yeah, Lions for me, and ChatGPT has Lions 27, Browns 17.
Okay. Can't see the Browns getting 17.
Well, no, probably not.
LA Chargers versus New York Giants. I'll give you a clue. I haven't gone for the Giants. Neither's Daz, but the Plebs have.
Well, I suspect the Plebs have them as their
To be
team.
fair, the pleb is ill,
Yeah.
so every chance that they
Uh,
haven't taken that into account.
I think this is a Chargers win, and I think the Giants go back to scoring 2 field goals at a maximum. I think it'll be a big win. That ChatGPT doesn't agree with that. They've gone for the Chargers to win, but 26-20.
Again, if the Giants get 20 points, I will eat my own ass.
Indeed, yeah.
There's a bonus episode. New Orleans Saints at Buffalo Bills. we have to say we can't just assume.
I'm interested to see what the plebs have picked.
Well, Bills.
All right.
Daz has gone for the Bills. I've gone for the Bills. It's the Bills against the Saints.
So the Bills win. ChatGPT have gone for a Bills win, funnily enough, 28-13.
That sounds more like it.
It does.
Personally, I think it'll be more than that. I think it could be one of those ones if the Bills keep their foot down, that you're looking at 50 points.
Yeah.
Or they might do what Seattle did and get 35 by half time and then.
Well, I was just going to say,
Mitch Trubisky plays the second half.
I'd be surprised if Josh Allen plays the full game.
Me too. Philadelphia Eagles at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eagles, I don't know, got away with one last week, I think.
Did.
Bucks arguably also got away with one last week. This could have been two teams who very narrowly won. I still think the Eagles will be too strong for the Bucks, who are a particularly great team. Although I do like Baker Mayfield. Daz has gone Eagles. Plebs have gone Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Go on, do it.
I am. I'm going to take a chance on this one. I'm going to go with the Bucks. I think the Eagles weren't convincing. I don't get me wrong. This is only just to try and claw a point back. I fully expect the Eagles to win, but I think the Bucks are capable of an upset if everything fires on the day. I think they could edge it, by a field goal or something. So I'm taking a chance on this one. ChatGPT has the Eagles to win 24-17.
Okay. Someone's O has got to go. Tennessee Titans at Houston Texans. Houston Texans, surprisingly, their first appearance in the fixture.
He's not here.
Well, it's weird how that's happened when he's not here, isn't it?
Yeah.
He has gone for the Texans, weirdly, in a game where the Texans are in. The plebs have gone for the Titans. Like I say, get well soon, Van Halen.
Yeah.
And I've gone for the Texans. They've got to. If this offense can't put points up against the Titans, they're in big trouble.
I'd have to agree. Yeah, I can't really add to that. They've got to start playing to expectations eventually, and this is probably the game that you should be doing.
Nico's back.
Yes, hopefully that'll make a difference.
Yeah, I think so.
So Texans for me, the ChatGPT has them winning 24-16.
Okay. ChatGPT likes a close game, a one-score game.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
The Washington Commies at last week's embarrassing 30-0 losers to the Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. Commies at Falcons. Daz has gone Commies, obviously. Plebs have gone Commies. Atlanta looked a shambles last week. You can't repair that in a week, surely. Commanders looked fine. They'll be. I think they'll win this by. If we're actually going to put a point score on it, I have Washington by 17 in this game.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it's got to be Washington, hasn't it? You don't lose 30-0 and then come. I know there will be a reaction, so I don't think it'll be.
Oh no, there's losing 30-0. There's losing 30-0 to the Panthers.
Yeah, I think they were still. It was a series of errors that sort of compounded that result. Do we think that they are a 30-0 team? No, probably not. But that's not masking the fact that they are tight. So I'm going to go with the Commanders. Interestingly, ChatGPT has it very close again. Commanders 23, Falcons 20.
Okay. It's like if you did get the bookies scores or what they've predicted, they always have it by, +3 or something like that. They don't tend to have wider margins than that. I'm not saying ChatGPT is just getting these off of bookies website, but
Well, to be fair, in some of the write-ups, like the Lions game, it says Detroit is favoured by 8.5 points, and it actually predicted it to win by 10. So it's
so
not
8.5's
showing-
2 scores, 10's 2 scores. So
Yeah.
Colts at Rams. I think the
games.
Rams will bounce back in this one, and I think Daniel Jones will have a tough day at the office. Daz has gone for the Rams. The plebs have gone for the Colts.
Ooh, okay. Can Daniel Jones do it?
Well, get sacked 6 times.
Hey, hang on. He's been sacked twice all season. That's
He hasn't
incredible.
played against
No,
a
I
decent
know.
defense.
No, I know. And this will be the acid test. So we're either going to be sat here next week going, fuck me, that Daniel Jones is shite, or I'm going to be going, I told you so.
Well, I think he's shite regardless of how he does this week. But it takes more than 3 good games to make up for a disappointing entire career.
You know what? I'm going to invoke the Vikings rule here because you were saying all this shit about Sam Darnold last year, and he went 5-0 to start, didn't he? So I'm going to.
He won 10 of his first 11 or something.
Well, I'm going with the Colts. Come on, Dan Jones. And funnily enough, ChatGPT has gone 23-21 for the Colts.
The Colts do have JT.
Yep.
Who I think has been more of a difference maker this year than Daniel Jones, but that's just me.
It's a horrible trait.
Well, yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars at San Francisco 49ers. Now, the 49ers are 3-0.
Yeah.
They've also lost loads of players. Nick Bosa's probably out for the season, I think.
Yeah.
Got a break, but I did say it was a clean break. So you never know on those.
He's not going to be playing on
I've
Saturday,
broken my leg. I've broken my leg before, and I was back in 6 weeks. It was a very clean break, and I remember the doctor telling me it's a really clean break, and looking so happy. And I was like, "I've broken my leg. I've broken my leg. You cunt."
Were you an elite athlete with the full medical department behind you at the time?
I was as elite as I ever got.
That's quite the statement.
I think I was 14.
Okay.
No, I missed some big games because of that. So.
Yeah, well, one thing's for certain, clean break or not, he's not going to be suiting up against the Jags, is he? So, I assume everyone's going for the 49ers.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'd have to, injuries aside, it's still Jags, isn't it? So 49ers for me. ChatGPT has 49ers to win 27-20.
Okay. The 1 and 2 Baltimore Ravens versus the 1 and 2 Kansas City Chiefs. One of these 2 teams is going to be 1 and 3 after this game.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this one. Hasn't Lamar got a really shocking record against
good teams?
Well,
yeah, because they normally play in the playoffs, and he's shit in the playoffs.
Yeah. Then he's got a bad record against good teams, but Chiefs aren't a good team. Well,
no.
Everyone else gone for?
Daz has gone for the Ravens. The plebs have gone for the Chiefs. The Ravens at the moment are a better team than the Chiefs, much better team than the Chiefs. If they don't, I think the issue is upstairs with the Ravens. I don't mean in the office either. I mean, they're being psyched out of games before they start.
I am going to go with the Ravens. Yeah, I think put up or shut up time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. From the Chiefs' point of view, because it's going to be a rare occasion where they're not favourites.
Oh, are they not favourites?
Well, I don't know, but just basically people who've watched the NFL would have gone, Chiefs aren't that good this year.
Yeah, KC is a slight underdog.
Yeah.
ChatGPT actually has them to win 30-28.
A good game. Last minute safety being the difference.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears, slayer of Dallas Cowboys, at Las Vegas Raiders, slayer of no one. This is a tough one. Daz and the plebs have both gone for the Bears. The Raiders have got to be better than they've shown so far. They've got a proper coach. They've got a proper quarterback. They've got a brilliant tight end. They've got a supposedly generational talent at running back. For the Raiders, I think, are going to improve. Although, as much fun as it is seeing anything associated with Tom Brady do bad, it's the Bears are another one of those teams. They won last week. Can you see them winning 2 in a row? I'm going to go for the Raiders.
It's a good team for them to be facing to go and try and go 2-0.
Yeah.
And knowing that performance is in them, because Williams looked good, the Duns, they look to have a good. I think they're going to go and do it. So I'm going to go with the Bears. And ChatGPT hasn't even offered a selection for this game.
Doesn't even care.
Nope, could be asked.
Okay. The late game Sunday night. Packers at Cowboys. Micah Parsons going back to his old stomping ground. And I reckon he might do some stomping.
How good will it be if, like, the Packers score 60 points, 580?
I'm hoping more it's like he gets like 10 sacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not that bothered how much they win by. I'd rather them just absolutely flatten Prescott loads of times.
It would be nice if he gets 60 points. That'd be great.
Oh, it would be, yeah. But it's always nice when Dallas. Weirdly, everyone's going for the Packers to win this. So,
yep. It's a shame, really, because the pod rules mean that I can't go for the Cowboys, but I'm going to go for the Packers anyway. So,
yeah, I mean, at no point would anyone have gone for the Cowboys in this game or any other this season.
Even ChatGPT says Packers 24, Cowboys 20.
It's the shit bowl, everyone. I do like it. On Monday night, they've got 2 games because they kind of know one of them's going to be shit.
Yeah.
So the first game they've got is let's get the Jets Dolphins out of the way. Daz has gone for the Dolphins. The plebs have gone for the Jets. But this is different. And not in a good way. Last week, Lions Ravens was difficult to call. This is similarly difficult to call, but for completely different reasons. I think the Jets have shown more this year than the Dolphins, so I'm going for the Jets.
I'm going to go with a gamble. I'm going to go for
neither of these. It's a gamble going for either of these.
Well, yes, it is. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets under the assumption that Fields is playing. I think if he is, then he'll have that sort of dual threats. Dolphins don't deal with that very well.
Well, yeah, I think he could run the Dolphins into the ground if he plays. And then the proper Monday Night Football, and you feel bad because they would have chosen this thinking Joe Burrow was available. Bengals at Broncos. Daz has gone Broncos. Plebs have gone Bengals. I think the Broncos. This would have been a close game with Burrow. I think it'll be a less close game without Burrow.
Broncos versus Bengals. Broncos defense is far better than Cincinnati. Broncos offense minus Burrow is better than Bengals, so it's got to be Broncos win for me.
Right, we are pretty much done. We do have one thing though that we need to do, and it's going to be quite difficult this week because Daz isn't here.
Daz's quote of the week.
We need his fact of the week.
La 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 la. Dazzla's back attack.
I'm thinking, what if we ask ChatGPT for Dazzla's fact of the week?
Excellent.
What if it just repeats the one from last week?
Here we go. This week's Dazzla's fact of the week, in inverted commas, is a wild one.
Oh,
the cunning Chinese. Oh my God! Hang on. Let me reread this. It's not going to be racist. The cunning Chinese hero who peed on God's fingers is the headline. According to legend, 400 years ago, Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, journeyed to the edge of the universe and marked his territory by peeing on God's fingers. A cheeky tale from Chinese folklore showcasing Sun Wukong's rebellious spirit and cosmic mischief.
The
That's not a
Monkey Man.
fact. Isn't
Hang
it
on.
nice, though, to be able to read all of that, including the phrases Monkey King, Sun Wukong,
The
and
Monkey King pissed on God's fingers.
yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
at least we have got a title this week.
Yeah, but it was just nice to be able to read all of that without fear of banning.
True, yeah.
Not really a fact.
Or someone trying to do the voice.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he'll be able to make
Good stuff. It's been a pleasant experience for me.
qbscpod@gmail.com